So guys, today what we're going to talk about today is posture, especially in sitting positions. So if you guys are working in the office or find yourself long drives or sitting for long periods of time, this is a good video to watch. Just basically what goes on the inside of our bodies, especially how the spine's aligned when we're sitting here. With this, it's kind of a makeshift spine with some legs and of course a skull on top of a little skull, so don't mind that little back part. That's kind of like right there, just kind of skip that part there. Otherwise, where the skull is lined up, where the spine has a mild S curve in its back to hold itself upright here. And you can see when everything's lined up just right, everything just stands tall. Not too much compression as we go down into where the disc would be, these little felt pad areas here. And let me get right, just right through those areas here. And there should be nice spacing all the way from the low back area all the way up in towards the neck. Problem with this, of course, that we usually don't stay in this position for too long throughout our day, and we have a tendency to move around, and that can put our spine in compromised positions if we stay there too long here. And so with the weight of our head and the way you see the skull is set forward here, where most of the weight is actually in towards the front here, and we have a tendency to tilt our heads here, and I'll just tilt that guy, see if he stays up, and he does, and that can put more stress or strain again around the neck and also into the low back, as if you didn't know, every 10 degrees of motion as we lean forward adds another 10 pounds of weight towards our head or force on our head, all the way pretty much down our spine here. So we have a tendency to look really low, which we'll see in a minute looking down at a laptop. For what the spine's going to do. It's going to put a lot of stress and wear and add to some problems, again, where you've heard of neck pains, numbness, tingling, going down an arm or even down a leg in this position, low back issues, sciatica, you name it. It all can be related to different things that we do with our posture here. But this gives you a better idea about what we have a tendency to do and where we should be. And of course, this guy should be more upright. He'll put his head just nice and straight, and of course he sits nice and tall just like that. But let's look at the other position where he should be and then where he should not be. So as we look here with somebody using a laptop and literally using a laptop in their lap here, you can see the way the spine is structured versus what is normally ideal to be upright, and how that curve from an S curve changes to a C curve here, and with that head forward, and it's just kind of tilted on the spine. Pardon for the crude type of setup here, but this kind of gives you a little idea about what's going on here. But their head's going to be forward, and then I'll just exacerbate that S curve to a C curve. As you can see there's a lot more compression going on in certain areas of your spine here, not only around your neck, but as you work your way down into your low back areas, it's all causing stress and strain in some bad spots here, as your spine needs to stabilize the position for where you're, and with this compression and close down spaces, and this is where people get their symptoms for sharp pains, aches in their necks, the shooting pain down their arms or even down their legs. For prolonged positions like this, that adds a lot of wear and tear. So a lot of people use their laptops in their lap, airports, on trains and buses, or even when they can't find a desk, they'll just stick it right there. This is what usually looks like on the inside as far as their spine. So it's not just in their neck where people think about text neck, but as you work your way down into the low back areas, you can think not just low back, when people complain about sciatica and things like that, that starts playing to be a factor in here. And so posture is really important about putting yourself in the right position so you don't cause this undue stress that can lead you to a lot of wear and tear that you don't want to have. And so watching another video here, I'll show you a different version of the guy here sitting up straight with a laptop in a better position, and hopefully you'll get a better idea about where you should be versus where this guy's at, where you do not want to be. Here guys, what we're looking at is an alignment of your head and your neck to where you want your screen to be. As you see the screen relationship to the eyes, and where they want to be about eye level to near the top of that screen, middle of the screen area is there. So it doesn't compromise your head movement where you want to be here. The skeleton, of course, is sitting more upright, and you can see you can allow for better posture and positions to have that S curve as we go down in towards the hip area there, and working all the way up towards the skull. But that way, there's no compromised position for the neck, so it doesn't add stress or strain to any muscles, as our muscles require a nice tensile link that we want from the back of our skulls that go down our spine all the way to our pelvis areas there. Otherwise, if we tend to slouch or lean our head forward, like in the other examples, some muscles will work a little too hard, other muscles will get weak and will be inactive and pull. And so our muscles that are overactive start pulling through and getting real tight, and that can put a lot of wear and tear and strain in different areas of our neck, soft tissue wise, and then that compression that can happen at our spine, where our discs are supposed to be aligned to apply to understand how to take compression from gravity and whatnot for our body weight. It starts moving in different places and can cause too much stress that we don't want. But otherwise, if you can see where the screen is, it'd be ideal to put that screen even eye level. Things you can consider using, as you can see with this laptop here. Most laptops end up in your lap, but it's better to put it in eye level. And using a stand would be great to move that screen eye level. Then also, since the keyboard is a little high, a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse is great. I can see this guy using that as well. So I hope this helps, gives you an idea of where you want your screen to be. Hopefully things feel better when you're at work. Okay, thanks for watching.